to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Felicia. We are back with another pick a card reading. Happy holidays, everyone, for another day of Vlogmas, where we literally do a pick a card and a juicy morning tea every day, so you guys spend so much of the day with me. And I also am posting a lot more days in my lives over at my lifestyle channel for Divas Can Manifest org that sponsors this free tarot channel. So if you do not know me, my name is Felicia. I am a human and civil rights advocate, and I protect women and children at risk at Divas Can Manifest org. And all of your support goes back to making this information accessible to all. Thank you for being here. Today we're getting into a topic called how are you shocking others right now? So PAL 1, Group 1 is the Eiffel Tower. PAL 2 is the gingerbread. And then PAL 3 is the Santa dress, okay, on a hanger. Okay, so let's get into it. Let me know how this resonates, and I'll see you guys in your selection. Bye. Hi, PAL 1. Welcome to your selection. How are you shocking others? So you chose the Eiffel Tower. Some of you guys, you are bilingual, or you know multiple languages, and that was very shocking to others to find you so well-versed, communicative, and studied. That was very shocking to them. I'm also getting that right when I started this pile, I heard I wasn't expecting to find the truth. That's awkward. What kind of truth was this? Okay, what kind of truth was this, friend? So I don't know, somebody said I found out that they were married. I found out that they were married. Something like that. You found out that somebody was married, or they found out that you were married. When they found out that you were married, people were shocked, y'all. Some of you guys, these are people who have, like, this is maybe like you, maybe most recently, you have introduced this, like, someone to your family. Maybe you introduce your romantic partner to your family or something like that. And these people, were like, we weren't expecting you to be so deeply committed or something like that. Like, we weren't expecting you to show up with a partner, or we didn't know that you were, a, like, protector like that. We didn't know that you were just like this committed partner that was protecting someone or protecting you. Something where people realized that, like, they're shocked by, like, how your relationship, your dedicated and loyal partner, okay, they couldn't believe you had someone deep and tenacious. Okay. How are you shocking people right now? Okay. There's some trickery that went on here. Okay, this trickery, like, maybe you exposed some trickery, and this is how you're shocking others. Okay. Isolation. Okay. People thought that you were in isolation. Okay. And when they realized that you were not alone, that you have been in a spiritual union, or you have been in a deeply committed relationship, okay, they saw this person dressed in a suit and a tie, or they saw this person attending a formal, like, maybe you guys were attending a formal event, and they came around as your plus one or something like that, and they could have been, you could have introduced them at this event, maybe this formal event, and they saw that this was a very serious thing. This is a serious relationship, that it's a serious relationship where they thought they like something where they thought that you were in isolation, or they thought that you were alone, and you bust out with your partner or something like that, and that was very shocking to people. Let's get some channel messages though. So someone is surprised that this person, they're surprised by this person's I think that why this is shocking is because they feel like they took an L, because maybe these were people who were vying for this person's position, this position or something like that. They wanted to be married, okay? They wanted to be married to this person, or they wanted to be committed to this person. And they thought this person was in isolation, they thought this person was alone or something like that, and then something happened where people let them know that this was not, they were not alone, and something about your body type is shocking to them or something like that. Something about this partner is shocking to them, the kind of partner that they chose. Maybe it was a unlikely choice or something. Like, this could be you or them, okay? We have Archangel Azrael. Someone's name starts with the letter E, okay? It's like something where they may have made you an offer, and then they realize they may have been making you an offer, or this person or your partner could have been made an offer by someone, and this offer could have been where they wanted to be their partner, okay? Or somebody wanted to be your partner. Some of them offered to leave their marriage for you, okay? They thought that you were in isolation or something like that, but some of you guys have really been grieving something and have been in the transition. But I feel like they thought that you were in this transition and grieving alone, and you have not been, okay? So, and then I'm getting when you got introduced as someone's partner or as your partner, they realized that you were this person's home and family, okay? That this was how this person's house really looked, that they were not in isolation, that they had this house with you. And they were just like, some of them are seeing some type of privilege that you have. They consider you to have a privilege because of your body type or something like that. They see that they feel like this person chose you because you have a privilege, okay? And it was because like something where that maybe they see some type of privilege of a body type, or some type of privilege of a like some type of social standing that you may have in life. And these are people who want to get in the same social standing as you, okay? They want to have the same fame, clout, and social status as you. And these people were very shocked when they saw that they had this privileged person. Like, I don't know, something where they were shocked that that your partner or you were like this, like really nice partner or something like that. And they feel like they just are looking and viewing and seeing your foundation that you have laid with this person, and it became clear that this is this person's home and meeting place and sanctuary. And that all these other people that they were considering as options or something like that, they were just like representing their privilege, or representing a privilege that could chase more clout, that could chase more fame, that had a privilege in society probably as well. But this person is really grieving that relationship. They're grieving another relationship that ended, that went dead. Is that making sense? Because I feel like what happens here is that this is somebody that thought that this person or you were in isolation, and they came around to like try to fulfill that position because they thought that, you know, you or this person was in a grieving something, in isolation, in a vulnerable position, and they saw that this person had a privilege or you had a privilege, and knew that your home was knew your home would be a sanctuary, that would be a great, that would like something where they knew, even in like this, even in grief and in isolation, some of you guys have been very privileged, or you've had like a really great home, and so like I think that like somebody came around to try to act like, you know, to be a friend, to try to act like, you know, to be a supporter, but they were really wearing a facade. They were really just trying to social climb and use someone's privilege, whether this is you or them, okay? And I think that they could be very shocking, okay, to some people. They could be very shocking because like it's like something where they realized that this person had a deep and tenacious relationship at home, and that they were nowhere near these cloud chasers, social climbers, and fame hungry people. It's crazy. I think that you know what was shocking is that when they found out what kind of partner this person had, or it could be you, take it how it resonates, that they realized that they were just a privilege, that they were just the people that they were using to chase, to social climb and get fame and clout around, and that you were really their grounding. You were really where they were becoming one with, you know, the earth and themselves. They found some type of meeting place that you guys had, and realized that you are this person's home. They were like, oh wait, I did not realize that person was married. This person was literally just pretending to be in isolation or something like that. Yeah. Somebody did not want some people to know what their home really looked like, and when they found your guys' meeting place, they could not believe that this person was all over here with this, in this domestic bliss with you, in a Garden of Eden with you, that you represented this person's ancestry, heritage, like you represent their cultural and domestic space, and like you are a big part of their family or something like that. They see that, you know, they might be going out and social climbing and chasing clout when they with them, right? You know, helping them with their privilege, like helping them get fame with their privilege or something like that. And then they see that they were sneaking away to come be with you in a sacred place. Like, they said that they was really somewhere with all the nurtures and comforts that a home and a sanctuary could offer. They saw who the main chick was, friend. Okay, they saw who the main chick was. And they were like, they thought that they could have that position, but they realized that they were just using them for their privilege. Okay. They feel like they took a major L when they saw that you were their like foundation, and that you were their like, they lost hope completely, friend. It's like something where they were like, damn, like, I don't know. I think it's something where this person may have led people on though. Like, I think their shadow is very egoic, and some of them are abusive to like feminine energy when they are in their shadows. So some of them were leading them on. They made them think that they had a chance, but they were like, and then when they saw who this person, they saw that they were just a privilege, that they were not this, you know, place where this was not where they laid their foundation. You were their foundation. You were their home and meeting place and history. Like, they saw the history that you guys have with one another, and they were like, wait, we didn't even know that y'all been together this whole time. I just thought that such and such was isolated and grieving a death by themselves, but they were really getting all prim and proper to come meet you, friend. Okay. I'm hearing you gave these social climbers and cloud chasers a big fucking L, okay? When when they found out who Bay was, they saw y'all house, or they saw some place where it was a sanctuary, y'all, and they was like, we know that this person is not leaving their sanctuary to come be with us cloud chasers. Yo, we're like, nah, we ain't gonna leave. Ain't gonna leave. We on the rocks, but ain't gonna leave, man. That was like when they found out where y'all was meeting at, y'all. I don't know, something where they found some bliss, and they was like, wait, this person was not even in my realm to begin with, and I was just delusional to think that, you know, this person was gonna leave their house or something like that. Okay, friends, let's wrap. How are you shocking people right now? Okay, the Eight of Cups reversed in upright position. We have the Knight of Wands, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so this is somebody that you have a, you know, you and this person have been fighting. Okay, and I think that you guys have had this karmic challenge in your relationship because this person needs to withdraw. They're moving into old age, and some of them have a lot of anxieties about their appearance, or they have anxieties about your foundation, okay, in your relationship, okay. And maybe this person is concerned about money. I think that some of these people are really, truly working on their career and finances, but I also feel like there has been a conflict in your relationship that has led to a reversal. And I think something happened where these relationships with these cloud chasers and social climbers, or this privileged, or some other type of person, there's a big ending happening. And this is shocking people because people are realizing that this person has just been having a karmic challenge in your relationship, but this is not, they were never going to leave the relationship. I think that they know that you and this person have been fighting, and you guys have been peacefully resolving your fight. But I think that you also have been getting, I think that what has been helping you peacefully resolve this conflict is that understanding your privilege in this situation. You get to sit up in the big, beautiful mansion, and these are just people who chase clout, and this is not their home, and they're not inscribed within the press, and they don't have a family history with this person, and you know, they just vie for attention. And I think the karmic challenge is not that anybody could compare to you, right? When these people found out who you were and what your house looked like, they realized that this person, there was no hope for them, friend, that this person was on lock. But this karmic challenge is maybe an emotional situation for you, a new emotional experience. Maybe not new, but maybe a recurring pattern where you have a privilege also, okay, or something like that. There's a symmetry here. There's a line, a silver lining, okay. And I think that this person has been getting really tied into the conflict around your privileges, and some of you, you're showing people or engendering a social awareness around what privilege really what privilege really is, okay. Some of you guys didn't realize your privilege, and that's why you are a siren, because a lot of you guys you could be significant traumatics, and this is where you probably don't have a clear third eye chakra, or a inner awareness, or an ability to observe yourself navigating the world. So you have been having this karmic challenge your whole life. This is nothing new just because you get this big beautiful house, or you know, this is a journey of the self ultimately. And I think that, you know, people just see that that this karmic challenge really involved people wanting to have unity, but feeling so such an internal struggle around your privilege. Some of you guys do come from marginalized communities, but you may have, privileges within those communities, or like European beauty standards, or you closely resemble European beauty standards, or you have some type of other privilege that these people feel like they don't have. And a lot of you will say that you really haven't utilized so much privilege, but you guys do have a privilege, and you are just learning a lot about your position in society, and how your privileges are reflected back to people less fortunate than you and people who are more fortunate than you. And this is how you find a sense of oneness. And I think the karmic challenge is that they know a lot of people, like I said, people thought that this eligible bachelor or bachelorette was this like privileged person that was available in isolation or grieving, going through a transition or something like that. But really, this person has, their heart is on lock. They have a home somewhere. They have someone that they've been in a spiritual union with. And this karmic challenge is just like facing these people who just chase clout around your name, or they're hungry for competition. They want to compete for sex, money, and power. And they some of them didn't know about you, but some of them, they did know. Okay, but I think the karmic challenge your masculine has been having is like having healthy boundaries in these relationships, because they know that because you're the one that they publicly and boisterously gave their heart to, then all these other people in the environment will just vie for attention by projecting your image. Okay, and they have also been grieving and hungry for connection. So it's hard being the privileged, beautiful person that has their heart on lock. And it's like it's who they love nonetheless, but it will always be so unfortunate for these other people. Okay, and so I think that you have been just being really impartial about a lot of them. The people, I'm hearing third parties that may not even be romantic or sexual. They're just people who feel like they need to people please, and this is the karmic challenge, and it has been creating conflict in your house. But this person is learning how to emotionally withdraw, because people are just like, especially with something that happened recently that you did to shock people, it brought a major ending to a lot of these people-pleasing tendencies that they have with these cloud chasers, social climbing, and fame-hungry people. It's not the fact, like, it's like, okay, we can see that you might have a privilege, but it didn't change the fact that they were just a cloud chaser. Like, it didn't make them genuine. Your privileges didn't make them a good person. And I think that them being a karmic challenge in the relationship is a people-pleasing tendency, and for one, to get more money and power, okay, and influence, to get more accepted and stuff like that. Okay, but this person is learning, like I'm hearing that some type of ending that was shocking recently made this person emotionally withdraw and get very serious. Okay, and resolve this conflict that you guys have been having, and how they have been justifying their abusive behavior, perhaps. Okay, some of these people, they're just really shocked that, like, they saw that you were growing old, or that you were laying a foundation for something, and then when you introduced them to your partner, or or there was some other major ending, that this was like, there was a lot of grief around this, but it was also like something good that was happening at the same time. Is what I'm hearing, friends. That's how you're shocking people right now. I think that, like, what was revealed is that this, like, person that you had this beautiful house with had this karmic challenge, and some of them were pretending to be in isolation. Some of them were in isolation. Maybe you guys were in separation, or you had some other type of circumstance that kept you guys apart, but both of you guys have been working to lay a foundation in a relationship, and when they saw your meeting place, it put an ending for them. They lost all hope. And so the karmic challenge that they're having is that they actually don't have any options. Okay, friend? These are just people who have lost all hope and have just been, they never had really great intentions in the first place. And all this is also just to fight with you as well. Okay, a lot of them, if you are married to this person, a lot of what they do is literally just to fight with you, to get back at you for something, because that's what they do. I remember one time I was talking to this man, and he said, oh, I cheated on my wife, but it was because I was angry at her. I was like, what? I'm like, have you ever had meaningless sex before? Yeah, that was super meaningless, because you have this sanctuary and you know that all those meaningless sex are going to end. Okay, that's what I'm saying, friends. Let me know how that resonates, and I'll see you in the next one. Hi, Pal 2. Welcome to your selection. So you chose this gingerbread woman, or yeah, it's a woman, right? Or non-gender binary person. Let's get into it. So how are you shocking others right now? Okay, how are you shocking others right now? How are you shocking others right now, Pal 2? Something that you recently did, you switched your style up, or you switched things up. Okay, this involved you switching something up. Okay. So, we have service. Okay. So, someone recently, I think something, you might have got shocked by something. I'm getting that there's a lot of people sick in bed, okay? There's some people sick, okay? I think that this is shocking. That maybe some of you guys recently found out about someone's illness that someone has, okay? Or that someone's sick. Someone is mentally ill, okay? Something that's shocking to people is that someone is a paranoid schizophrenic. That they're imagining things there, okay? I think that this is shocking. Someone has been imagining things there. They're imagining people there that are not there. They're imagining, some of these people may have dementia, but there's something where their cognitive faculty have declined, or this person is in psychosis, okay? Someone is realizing that somebody is in psychosis, okay? This is shocking to realize that this person is in psychosis, because some of these people, they could be, I don't know, something that you did to service them. It's like you made them look very ill, okay? You did something to help them. You started helping out. You started to maybe prepare medical treatment or something like that. Maybe you guys are nurses and you came into a situation, you're like, I didn't even know I had to be a nurse today. And some of y'all literally turned into a doctor or something and helped somebody. That was shocking to people. How you help someone, you nurture someone through an illness, okay? That was shocking. Some of you guys, they're shocked that you worked with the disability or the senior citizens or senior cares. Okay, yeah. How are you, I'm saying something that you're doing that's raw, okay? Something that you're doing that's raw is very shocking. I think that if these are people in the environment, it's something where you just started, you started getting sick too, or you just was like, let me start helping y'all, okay? Something that you did to start helping. You told people that you believe in them, okay? Or you told people, that you made people feel real sick, okay? You made people feel ill. for some type of body typing that they were doing, okay? Something that you did most recently is, I mean, you might have like exposed some type of, I don't know, I don't want to say exposed, but like you may have had a very real conversation with some people that broke them free from a delusion of rapport. Some of these people have been body typing and they don't have a nice body. Y'all. I'm getting that you just like this gingerbread woman. Can't nobody resist a gingerbread woman, friend. Like, can't nobody resist this cookie. Like, I think that what happens is that you come around looking so damn cute that they will try to do something to body type you, to like try to, like, I don't know, that be your attack on your self-esteem or your security, and you turn around and be like, you mentally ill for saying stuff like that, when you're really like, you say something, you shake. I think how you're shocking people, oh, it just got juicy. How you're shocking people is like something that you may say, and you're like, you are a service to them and help break them free from something that they thought was like, they might have started dissing you or something, and then you do something, be like, look, I'm really you know, something like this is weird, or you make them feel like, you make them feel mentally ill for something that they do, and it be shocking because they really think that they be doing a big one. You know what I'm saying? Like, they thought they do. I'm hearing some people who, like, if they start body typing you, just know that they're mentally ill, because some of them, they can't even see your body. Some of you guys are wearing big sweaters, big clothes, and you just come around looking so cute and happy, but because you're brown or something like that, I think like they really try to devalue black bodies, so, or brown bodies in general. Like, they really try to devalue it. So when they see you having nice things, maybe you got your bow in your head, maybe you got your little blush on, maybe you got your cute sweater on or something like that, and they'll try to like body type or something, and you say something like, I'm of service to you, I'm very like, you show people how secure you are within your body, and it helps them realize that that was a projection of their own body issues, and that be wild. Like, and it just be like, you help them realize that them doing that, or them trying to diss or something like that, is really a reflection of them being jealous, moody, and sulky because of what other compulsion would you have. Like, your dissing is really a reverse psychology. You really like what you see, right? You really like this gingerbread woman, okay? Don't try to diss now. Something where they see you operating something. They see you operating. Maybe they're watching. They see you show them that I'm just here to help you. Like, you're just an idiot. Like, your body isn't nice, or you look like, or something where you might pull up your shirt, or you take off your clothes and you show them how your body really looks underneath it, and they're like, oh. That makes them feel real stupid and ill. Or you let them know that you're full of talent, skills, and gifts, that you're rewarded, that you are honored, and that you have a man. Some of y'all, you let them know that you got a man, honey. Like, you body typing, but you ain't got no man. Friend, if they call you ugly, they lost the argument, okay? Because you like, it's something when they find out that you were just being of service to them, that you wasn't really into them. They was like something, these could even be people, that intimate partners that you may have had in the past, that may have started to try to diss you or something like that, because they really grew prideful and egotistical around your ability to help them. And when you showed them your divine masculine, when you showed them your talent, skills, and gifts, then they felt really beneath you, okay? I think that this is like, they try to body type you to make you lose your, like, to attack your root chakra, to attack your feet, or to attack, like, they might even try to make comments about your feet or something like that, and you're like, that's not applicable. Something where they say something that's really not applicable. Like, they'll try to make a comment about your beauty, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But really what they see is talent, skills, and gifts, and they grow so jealous, moody, and sulky about it. They'll try to make a comment about your body image to, I don't know, to like ameliorate their suffering and their defensiveness around your talent, skills, and gifts and your man. It's like, you can't body type because you're not getting digged down. you can't body type because you are not talented, skillful, and gifted. Nobody's honoring your body. Nobody's rewarding your body. Maybe they see you operating your business, or they see you filming, or they know that you get public recognition, and they know that they're beneath you and that you're just helping them out, really. And so all that body typing and all that other commentary that they be trying to make about, like, something where they try to make comments about your feet, or they're trying to make comments about like I don't know, like, they try to make comments about your, like, they try to test your strength, I think. And they think that, like, making a comment about your body type or making a comment about your physical appearance is going to, like, make you insecure about yourself, make you, you know, feel bad about yourself, so that you don't display your talent, skills, and gifts. And that you need to keep expressing so that you can keep, you know, your divine masculine, friend, okay? I'm hearing that, you know, you're dominating your divine masculine with your talent, skills, and gifts, and your beauty and your body, right? And they be like, yeah, pretty hers, friend. It'd be reverse psychology. That's the crazy part about it, y'all, is that they'll literally try to make it seem like it's something wrong with you, but really it's something wrong with them, friend. And you're just like, I'm just here to serve you. Here's my free talent, skills, and gifts. Hopefully you can get a divine masculine like me. Hopefully you can get your ass fat like me, or something. Hopefully you can get a house like mine. And they just sitting there trying to diss. You're like, baby, you're invisible. Okay? Like, something where you might tell them, like, friend, you might tell them you're invisible. The nerve of you to be trying to talk shit. And they just be shocked by that. It'd be a service. It helps clear their third eye chakra, because they really be projecting onto your pretty and your, like, divine masculine and your talent, skills, and gifts. And making a comment about your, like, beauty is, like, wild and crazy, because you're a bad bitch and you've always been a bad bitch. That's why your divine masculine scooped you from the beginning. They wanted you the moment they saw you. You didn't have to change a thing. And so a lot of y'all, this whole process of you and this journey that you've been on has been just to hone your talent, skills, and gifts. It was not about becoming beautiful. I think that just happened as you mastered yourself. But these were people who you make them feel like a failure, and they're invisible. And so if they come around trying to dish you, or like they come around trying to dish you, slander you, make a comment about your physical appearance, you're like, look, I'm just here to help you. Like body typing, look at your body. Friend, if they do something, if they say something negative to you, just know they hurt by you, friend. They feel invisible. These are invisible enemies. They're shocked by your service, okay? And they're so unseen. They literally, you find these people when they're coping with the failure, and then you busting out with this perfect ass life. You're like, I'm just here to help you, okay? You shock them when you free them from something subconscious and help them know that this was their own personal sorrow, friend. And like, you literally bring it back to center. Like, you bring it back to the self and be like, take responsibility now, friend. This ain't got nothing to do with me and my man. This got everything to do with you, and you not having one. Okay? You're not having skills. You're not having talents. You're not having gifts. Like, the truth is, you don't feel pretty. So that's why you're trying to attack someone else's pretty that's clearly getting honored. You're not getting honored. You're a failure. You're invisible. You're not a success. You're actually just projecting your sorrow onto someone who is. It's not about beauty. It's about talent, skills, and gifts. Right? You can't say nothing because you're not the one getting a house, getting divine masculine, and you're not the one getting called pretty. Like, they just see you all flossed out with all these cute decorations and stuff like that. Like, they see you so pretty. Some of you guys did go get a breast augmentation, or you did some type of plastic surgery that was very on the hello, on the hush, friend. You did a little tweaking and you said, I can't take it no more, or something like that. And some of you guys, you had this person before you got plastic surgery, okay? And they knew that it was because they loved your pretty ass face, okay? So, you know, these people who have been just feeling like a big failure next to all this, friend, okay? Like they're seeing, some of you, they're seeing that a divine masculine has been celebrating you, that gives you everything that you want. They see you guys doing something seasonally, like doing a lot of holiday decorations and preparations. Maybe they're seeing, maybe you guys put up a lot of decorations outside the home. These can even be neighbors as well, where you're offering them help. Maybe your neighbors aren't doing well or something like that. They're sick and stuff like that. But this is hilarious, okay? Yeah, it's like some of these people you don't even know, especially if they're on a social media account or something like that, and they have just been really like coming across you. They be like, they'll say something mean in the comments, like, you ugly. You over there, you know, looking like you got, like, the crazy part about it is what they see is that, like, they see that there's somebody supporting your growth, that somebody finds you to be drop dead gorgeous, that they wish yearning and fantasizing about you, that you're very talented, skillful, and gifted, and you're like, look, I'm just here to give back to the community. I'm just here to do community service work. I'm just here, like, you want to be an enemy, but I'm really your hero. And that's like, it's like they're shocked that you're their hero. They're like, I wanted you to be an enemy because I was so mad about my sorrows that I was just projecting on anybody's beauty, right? Anybody looking like they having a nice time. Friend, anybody looking like they got a nice time, looking like they're having a nice time, their shadow jumped out. Like, their shadow jumped out when they saw you looking like you had a nice time, friend. And so they tried to, you made them feel like a clown when they realized it's like something where they just saw, I don't know what they did. These could be people, like I said, you could be going viral on social media. And these could be cross-watchers or people who don't know the storyline. They're not involved, right? And they just over there dealing with a failure or coping with sorrow. So they don't really have shit going on, right? And so when you come in, when they see you just doing something fun and then you got a big cheddar cheese on your face and they see that you got a lot of control over this masculine, you're doing something to dominate something, when they see that you have a authority and control, they're fucking pissed. Like, they're so pissed, y'all. Like, they hate to see that you have this much talent, skills, and gifts, and they over there coping with a failure. Like, they just like, oh my god, that person's life, especially if you're a person of color, and these could be like people who have privileges, and you're like, look, you're just a failure. Like, you're like, damn, like, I can't believe that this marginalized person has a better life than me, right? Well, I was projecting my sorrow. I was like projecting my sorrow and pain onto this person that's happy. It's like they saw you having fun and they saw it. They demon jumped out. Some of them didn't say anything. Some of them are invisible, but some of them, you know, you shocked them with, some of them you shocked them with your past story. You shock them with your background story. You shock them. They might have, like I said, some of these people, they come around, they see you having fun, and they see talent, skills, gifts, a divine masculine, and they see everything looking pretty. But then they get the backstory, and they see that this was all a coping with a failure. Okay, this was all the reckoning. This was all a bunch of hidden and invisible enemies. Okay, and that, you know, I'm so skilled at discerning a hidden enemy now, and something that you do that be shocking. It's the reason why it's shocking is because it happens quickly. You jump into their subconscious and pull the information out that discerns the shadow for them. You do the work for them, and it's shocking because you actually serve them, and then then they might get the backstory on how you were capable of doing this. And I ultimately do think that, you know, it benefits them, but it hurts you because a lot of them will just be invisible because their sense of security was so challenged when they initially projected onto your embody typed you, and then you gave them a rude awakening and let them know that you're actually the less fortunate person that I serve. Clown. Like, showing them something subconscious, a subconscious shadow that they didn't want to admit to themselves. And some of it, you do put them in a lot of shadow. You do put them in a lot of in a lot of sorrow. Something that you say or do with your pretty ass face, life, and mouth. will shock them and send them into sorrow for trying to attack you, okay? When you're here, you know, you're like, look, you're the fucking idiot. That's just my service, okay? So, and that causes a lot of sorrow, okay? Actually, to put yourself in their shoes. They come across you, their demon jumped out, and you jump into their subconscious, because it's like they did it without knowing. Like, they did it and it was like, it was so, they do stuff and it'd be so shadowy, and it's like you show them like the shocking thing is like the subconscious stark realization that gets discerned, and that if you really show them that you're angry about my beauty, but this is really a projection of your failure, okay? And they feel so dumb after that, okay? You really challenged their sense of security, because they wanted to attack you first, and then they realized that you were more secure than them, okay? And your invalid ass opinion didn't matter. Didn't make you talented, didn't make you skillful, didn't make you gifted, didn't make you pretty, okay? Yeah, these people come around for a party a lot. And yeah, that moon, they do not be wanting to admit the truth. You know, these people, that, you know, it'd be like the relationship be over, because the relationship is over as soon as it begins, because the relationship starts as them as an enemy, and then you serve them by revealing something subconscious, and let them know that they're really the failure that they're projecting, okay? When they try to diss or something like that, and they be like, they see that you start laughing, busting up and shaking your ass or something like that, you start dancing, cracking up and dissing their ass, and letting them know you're a piece of shit, right? You're the one that needs to wake up, Carl. You're the failure. You're the one in sorrow. I'm the one having fun and performing my talent, skills, and gifts. What are you doing? Sitting there, bitter. And they feel like they missed the opportunity because they really come in as an enemy, okay? It could have been like, and when you serve them, it does free them, friend. It puts them on the right path, but not on your path, okay? Okay. Thank you so much, friends. Let me know how that resonates, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Hi, Pal 3. Welcome to your selection. So you chose to be flossed out. That's what you chose, friend. Okay, okay. I see you. So how you're shocking people. First of all, your clothes are shocking people. A dress that you recently had on shocked people. People were very, I don't know, something where they knew it was for a man, or they knew that it was, you were getting dressed up for a special occasion, perhaps a big date or something like that. And when they saw you in that gown, or when they saw you in that dress or something like that, they were very shocked. Some of you guys didn't tell people what this was about. And you just showed out looking good, and they were like, oh, okay. They were like wondering what that was about. But anyways, so, you know, how are you shocking people? Okay, something that you wore recently was shocking to people. Okay. I feel like something recently you might have shared an insecurity recently, but I really don't see you being an insecure woman, friend. I think that this shocking thing makes people, I don't know, something where it involves insecurity. You shock people by exposing someone's insecurity. Okay, you're exposing an insecurity. A facade, okay? I think how you, I think that something shocking that happened recently is that, I don't know what happened, but something where people realized that you were wearing a facade. Okay, I don't know, you may have been the one wearing the facade, especially because you picked this costume. What have you been doing, friends? Some of y'all have, you are literally living a double life. I don't know, something that was shocking to others most recently is that maybe people saw that you were wearing a facade about something. Okay. People were saying that you're wearing a facade about something. or you let them know that it was a facade, friend. Like something that you did, but you didn't let them know what aspects of it was a facade. You just let them know it was fake, okay? People were very shocked by something mature and realistic that you did, okay? Okay, let me see. Some of you guys, you're about to get a whole new network of friends, okay? You're about to get a whole new community. You're about to get a whole new life or something like that. And this is shocking. I think this is why I keep getting this. Maybe some of you guys were in a place where people are saying that they're shocked because they realized that you were wearing a facade, that you were not really who you said that you were, or that you were not, that you were wearing your social facade, that you were pretending to for some type of hidden agenda that you had, okay? They see that you had some other type of operations that was going on that were behind the scenes, okay? Something that you're not, or you may be even talking about this. You may tell people that there are operations that are going on behind the scenes that I will never share with you. And this makes it impossible almost for people to copy your business, for them to copy your life, or for them to be able to keep up with your fast growth. People do not know this. They're shocked that you are wearing this facade. They know that you're wearing a facade, but they don't know the operations that you're doing that they are not involved in, and how this is making you extremely rich and successful, okay, or something like that, okay? Divine timing. We have Archangel Uriel. Something mature that you've been doing to make a decision Some of you guys have been seeking, God's will before making a decision. I'm hearing some of you guys are, like I said, some of you guys have switched up your style recently, and this was a big decision that you made, and they see that it was, it helped you reload, okay, or something like that. It helped you, some of you guys, people were shocked that you were a CEO. Like, I don't know, something where people, I know I can't say I don't know, but I'd be so tired by the time, anyway. I think that, like, how you're shocking people, like I said, some of these people are shocked that you are a CEO of an empire, and that you're walking around wearing a facade. I'm hearing something that you're doing that looks like you're just, like, I'm hearing people are saying that you're a wolf dressed in sheep's clothing. They know that you don't give a fuck about any of this shit. They say that you are wearing this social facade, but behind the scenes, you are like a ninja running a CEO and empire. Maybe these are people who are involved in your operations, or they watch a part of your operations, but they did not, maybe after like transitioning or adapting, they saw that you were wearing a facade. They didn't know that this operations that you were having, these behaviors that you had, were you as a empire, okay? This situation was divinely timed for this shocking truth to come to them. And it's gotten to the point where, like, it involves a light that's getting shed upon a truth. It involves it's divinely timed such that you have released a lot of anger and anxiety already, as well. And it has been something where you have been using a discernment in a dangerous situation, and they see that, like, since adapting and moving beyond the dangerous situation, or something that you were wearing a facade to do this, that this was your discernment. And when they realized it was correct, friend, you didn't tell them about everything, how your empire was operating and how it made you this, like, rich person. some of you guys, this could have been like a partner or alliance that you had, where you had a momentary uniting with this person, and then it was divinely timed, where you made a decision to leave someplace and you reloaded when you left, or when, like, it's something where you reloaded or left or got what you needed, and it was divinely timed for someone else for this facade to fall off, for them to get the truth about you, or for you to get the truth about them. Okay, does that make sense? So I think that this could have been a situation that literally made you very angry. It could have made you very angry and anxious. But some of you guys, this also could have been another situation where this has been divinely timed for you to see through a facade with someone, but for you to also come into perfect alignment with your true partner in alliance. So it's not like it's like somebody was wearing a facade, but then the blessing was also revealed at the same time, and that was shocking, because it was not like a situation where, you know, you got humiliated or where you took a loss. Okay, you actually reloaded in a situation and got better or something like that. Like maybe you were in a situation where you were like it could have been a dangerous situation, or you were just using your discernment, exercising caution and not letting everybody know, or not letting people know all of your operations, not letting them know exactly how you operate, not letting them know your schedule, not letting them know that you were a CEO, not letting them know that you have an empire, perhaps. Something where you didn't communicate a lot as well. Maybe they didn't get a lot of they didn't get a lot of conversations from you. You were quiet a lot, and that was also you utilizing discernment. And it was divinely timed that they were wearing a facade anyway. And so even with them knowing that limited information, they were still mad. And it was like divinely timed for you to reload or to move on, and for their facade to fall off. And you were like, damn, I was protected again, because like you learned too many different lessons already, friend. Okay, because when people see you dressed up or flossed out, that immediately makes them mad. And when they know the full operation, it creates even more danger for you. Okay, excuse me. So and I think that this was a situation that, like, in the I don't know, whatever happened could have been making you angry or anxious, when their facade, like something about this facade that they were wearing was making you angry and anxious. And then when it was really time for you to make a decision about like something big, that you had exactly what you needed or something like that, and it was like, it was shocked, they were shocked that you had these other operations, or you were shocked that they were wearing a facade, and then both of you guys were shocked at the same time or something like that. Okay, yeah, 9 of Cups. Great. Like, yeah, it's not like, it's like you were protected again, you got what you wanted again. Okay, it's like something where you go in and you know not to tell them the truth, right? You know not to let them know how you really talk. Some of you guys, you pretend to be dumb. Some of y'all pretend to be dumb. You pretend to be an airhead. You pretend to be a bum like them. You project their image or something like that. You do something in a dangerous situation out of discernment, just in case they're wearing a facade. And usually they are. Okay, usually they are. So how are you shocking people right now? Pile 3. Okay, the Queen of Wands. Yeah, this person who was wearing a facade, you are losing intimacy with them. You're losing connection with them, and it was divinely timed for you to reload in this situation. Like at the same time they phased out, something else replaced them. Okay, and it was because like this could have been like, it could have been embarrassing, or it could have been something where you where, like, I don't know, it could have been something where it could have embarrassed you, or it could have like, it could have made you take a loss in some type of way. But you know, and I think like you were prepared in a situation, and And I also feel like you realize that this was like, you know, something where it was a strategy or something like that. Okay, it was a strategy. So how are you shocking people right now? Some of you guys, they're shocked that you are leaving. Okay, they're shocked that you moved on. They're shocked that you were just using them to strategize or something like that. They feel like you have left and have lost all interest in them. I don't know who this is. They feel like you left, you accomplished what you needed to accomplish, and then they got the full information about your empire and realized that they were always going to be this. They always had a shrinking role, that they were never going to be, some of them, you know, they thought that you guys were going to be friends, or they thought that you were going to stick around longer. I don't know where this could possibly be, but maybe this was even like a little dead-end job that you were working, and they thought that you were trying to, like, you were dedicated and committed to the job, but you just came in and you never had a spark of interest to stay. Okay, you were just there for ends to a means, and just to use it to reload your, like something that you were doing to using it to reload your empire. And they see that you did that and moved on, and they can't believe that you did that. They feel like you were wearing a facade, that you were never really interested in them or something like that, or you always knew that they were like on the jelly team, and like from the jump, especially if these are other women. But if these are men or like people that you worked with or something like that, they were shocked that you were this empire and this CEO, and that you were always going to be peacing out, like something where you were always going to be peacing out. And they thought, like, I don't know, divine timing happened, and they realized that you was just there pretending, y'all. Oh my God, y'all, the world. Yeah, I think that, you know, it's over. Okay, it's over. Whatever you did to strategize, friend, they feel like they had to get closure, because I don't know what you did, because they didn't, I don't know, they knew that you were a wolf dressed in sheep's clothing. And they didn't even know. I feel like they didn't even know that they were shrinking from the moment they met you. Like, does that make sense? I keep getting this image of like a black hole. Is that even the right word? But like, it's like maybe even, you know, like the shape of a tornado, and how it's big at the opening, like at the sky, and then it tapers down as it moves to like the bottom of the ground. I just keep seeing whoever this person is, or this could even be a group of people that you no longer are interested in, that you just used them to reload your empire, and they just got sucked into the vortex, sucked into the black hole, sucked into the tornado, and tapered off at the end, and they just like don't exist anymore. And it's like they see that you were never interested in them, that you were just wearing a people-pleasing facade. They like, friend, this, you know, I usually would say that I would read this in a different way, but because the prompt is, how are you shocking others? I think you are shocking others by you leaving, like you leaving, or your role becoming less important. You becoming less intimate, less interested, less passionate, not like something where they see that this was all a strategy for you to end a cycle, to reload your, or to get to like to reload your empire, or to become an entrepreneur. It's like something where they were like, we didn't know that you were doing this dangerous risk taking so that you can empower this empire or something like that. And I don't know, they really feel like they needed to recover from a loss, because I think that these are people who were trying to strategize around you in some type of way, or they wanted to impact your operations in a way, or they were just like, sometimes the Queen of Wands can be a competition, okay? But I feel like for some of you guys, you truly did not let anybody know anything about you. So they might have been competing for something dumb. Like, maybe you were in a dead-end job and they were like competing for the cash register or something. You're just like, look, I don't give a fuck. I'm almost out of here. I'm here for a good time, not a long time type thing. But something else also is that they realized that it was always your strategy to move away from them. Ultimately, I think that this was the goal, is that, you know, they got the truth about who you really were, and that this was not what they thought it was, and they feel like they really truly never saw you again, or that you were wearing a facade the whole time, and that you were not really invested in them, and then one day you was just up and gone, or something like that. Something happened where you were just wearing a facade. You shocked somebody with a truth about your true partner or alliance, or you shocked somebody about a big change. And you just left. I'm hearing that it was just like complete. It was done. It was like something was over. And this person, I don't know, this could feel like a romantic partner. But this, I'm also getting like, this could be a romantic partner that you were just using to get money or something like that. This could be a workplace where there may have been competition in the workplace, and they just got shocked by some type of truth that put an end to whatever they were trying to do. It put an end to their role. I'm hearing something where you shock people by firing people as a CEO. You shocked people by letting people know that these people were wearing a facade and they fired too. You shocked people, okay? This involved a facade you were wearing, or a facade they were wearing, or a facade somebody else was wearing. They got canceled and they got disappointed, okay? And you were not the one that got left disappointed. This is somebody that was like jealous, moody, you know, and when they found out that you was raw as hell, that you were a trendsetter, CEO, empire, they realized that they were nowhere able to compete with you, that you were never going to stick around, or that they were never going to be a part of your empire. I think that was shocking to people, is that you were wearing a facade when you reveal something, some other type of truth. Okay. LOL. That's what I'm seeing, pile 3, about how you're currently shocking people. I think that your closure from these people who were wearing facades is shocking. They see that you are empire, CEO, a trendsetter now, and so none of that really mattered. And none of those old friends and canceled sisterhood, crews, and all those fake friends, and a lot of people that you knew to utilize discernment with. It was divinely time for you to truly realize that they were in competition. They were a negative force, and your discernment, to your decision to exercise caution and use and have that discernment, was like, your discernment was on point. Okay. And then they feel like you strategized them, moved around them, and left them. Some of you guys, you left them with a loss. You left them with a disappointment. You left them with an ill. Okay. And showed them that they were never in any position. They were never even around in the neighborhood or in the like, they were never even in the vicinity, friend, to be trying to bark up your tree. Okay, thank you so much, pal 3. Let me know how that resonates, and I'll see you guys in the next one.